everyone, welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and well, today we're going to check out both of these cars and actually go through what's the difference between a 1981 Mustang and a 1981 Mercury Capri, right? Because they are both Fox bodies, they are sister cars, but they do actually have a lot of little differences. So anyways, let's go through the cars and show you what's what. So of course, this is my 81 Mustang. Now it's a notchback, so it's a little different as opposed to all Capris are hatchback. And you could get some convertibles through ASC McLaren as well. But like the one thing is, you can tell actually, because if you look at the fenders here, right, they are pretty much flush that way, but these fender flares are a little out, right, just right here. But you know, this is nice and follows the kind of contour, and then it goes into the fender there, right, the fender well. Compared to the Capri over here, which it actually sticks out like that. It follows the entire thing, and then it steps back up here, right? It steps out like that. It doesn't actually make the car technically wider or anything because it's sharing that same thing, but it's just a cooler look. Now, if we take a look at the Capris, the early Capris from 79 to 82 had these taillights in them. Now, they're really cool, honestly. I'm a big fan of these Capri taillights, and actually, they are going to go in the other car. It's unfortunate they're cracked a little bit, but that's okay. It's nothing major that way, and it should be okay. But, yeah, so they've got those taillights in the Capri. However, in the Mustangs, from 79 to 82, we had these style taillights, which they are smaller, and you've got this space right here. Now, these are removable, and you can swap these back and forth with each other, no big deal. And you don't even have to adjust the wiring at all. Now, this does have a little badge here, but that's not original to the car. That's a badge that I added. It came with, I actually have a sequential kit in these taillights. They're LEDs. And now what's interesting is, this is not the original bumper cover to the car. This is a Alpha Pace car. But it's interesting because that is almost identical to the one I pulled off this car originally. So, but if we take a look in the interior of this car, you'll see some major differences with the door panels, for example. They got this nice little wooden trim. Now you can get a similar door panel to this in the Mustangs. Mine doesn't have that option. So yeah, I believe that was standard on Capris, because this is a Capri GS, which I believe was the base model. Or maybe it was the L was the base, and then GS, and then RS. I'm not sure. But it's kind of weird with the Capris of how they did that. Because, yeah, you can see that one, right? Then let's compare it to the style to this one here, which this was the base door panel. Nothing special, right? Just a straight across thing. No pocket at the bottom. It's just, again, nothing too special that way. But, you know, it's just one of those deals. And now if we take a look even, I should have actually showed that. So we take a look at the dash. So you can see that it's kind of almost a tiger pattern with a dash, and it's darker, right? And it's just, again, it's fake wood trim. But now we take a look at the Capri, and you can see the style of it is quite a bit different. This is closer to like a teak sort of faux pattern, and it's really, really cool. I love it, honestly. And now, this being a hatchback, obviously, you know, the seats are a little different in the back too, because that seat actually folds down, and you can have it kind of like folds flat right here, and it's gives you more storage in the back. Yeah, and actually, let's take a look under the hoods. Now, under the hoods, they are the same but vastly different, because they're both inline six cars, and this one's stock. Actually, sorry, before I do that, let's take a look at the front ends too, and the hoods. So, this hood was the base Capri hood. You got these little vents, which are not functional, but you can make them functional, to be honest, if you want to. So this is a Capri only hood, right? You've got a Capri only grill here, and which honestly, I love these. Like, they look better than the Mustang in my opinion. And something that's cool about this one, which these are very, very rare. They're not super valuable, I think, but they are rare to find the chrome surrounds, because if we take a look at mine, I've got the black surrounds, and I've got like this egg crate grille, and this hood does not have, this hood also, if you notice, it does not step down like the other one did. Because if you take a look here, the steps a little bit down into the grille. So that is another difference between the two as well. And also, when you see a Capri, because they have this on the hood, right? Saying Capri like that. Now on the Mustangs, they didn't have that. There was a little badge. Now this is not the original hood scoop, but it is original to the era. This is either a legit pace car scoop or it's a legit Cobra scoop. Not sure which one. They were the same scoop, but regardless if it came off a pace car or a Cobra. But if we take a look under the hood of this one, and we'll take a look under the hood of the other one, and you'll see actually quite a number of similarities, because again, they're both the same motor, but this one has all the emissions deleted. So you can tell under here, right, and it's a lot cleaner than the other one. It's still dirty, but it's cleaner. You know, like there isn't the I don't have the stock air box on this car, for example, and there isn't the EGR tube going up and around, or not the EGR tube, sorry, the charcoal canister tube going up and around from the manifold and up here, because actually it would come out from right here, and then from back here this would loop around and there would have been an EGR valve right here. Plus there's a bunch of vacuum lines and stuff like that, and you can tell we've capped off a couple of the vacuum sources. Plus this also has a 2-barrel on it and stuff like that too. Now, because these cars originally had this little Motorcraft or Holley 1-barrel, and they're not that great of a carburetor. Like, they're okay, but I wouldn't really screw with them too much. It's just better to swap it out for like a Weber or the Motorcraft 2100 like I did. But yeah, so you can see in here, look at, so this is actually a charcoal canister. Ooh, that's quite a bit of wind. Feels good though. And so you can see that comes straight up from the manifold down there and swoops around to do the charcoal. And then you can tell the convoluted way that this comes out, it bends around and then goes towards the EGR right underneath the air cleaner. So that is a few of the differences between mine and this one. And plus also, I mean, this has the original style rad, which is only a single core, 0.6 of an inch. And from the factory, this is all you got for a fan shroud. There was nothing else. It was just this. It said caution fan on it. I still have it for my car, but I just took it off because it doesn't really do anything. So yeah, especially that big ass rad in the car, I don't really have much issues with that at all. But anyways, let's hear how this one sounds. And also, this is kind of capped off because vacuum brakes don't work, and actually that makes it run better. So, but anyways, let's hear how this one sounds at the startup. Now it's already warmed up, although it's actually not that warm, but it set off right away. So kind of impressed about that. Great. Now this does not have the stock exhaust on it. This car actually has a glass pack in it, but that's welded very poorly in place of where the original catalytic converter would be, and then it goes into just a regular newer muffler in the back. It doesn't make any sense, but it actually is having an exhaust leak right where they put that thing, because it's really booger awful welds, which, to be honest, me welding exhaust, it's not pretty either, so I will say that, but mine don't leak whenever I weld, so I make sure that they might look like crap, but mine don't leak. This one does. So anyways, now let's hear this one, which now this one has aluminum chambered dual exhaust on it, and yeah, just aluminum chambered dual exhaust. Right, so it does sound quite a bit different, and you can get any of your old inline sixes to sound just like this. think that will conclude this video, to be honest, because again, that's honestly where you're kind of at with these cars, of the differences between them, because there's not a ton, but the differences that it has is actually quite a bit in the end, but also not that much. So anyways, I'll let you all go. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and yeah, that'll, you know, that's the differences between a Mustang and Capri. And now all their underpinnings are the exact same. The interiors can swap out for each other. Engines, transmissions, all that stuff is all the same. It's just body panels and a little bit of interior panels that are slightly different from each other. But what's cool is, if you want to swap out your entire front clip from a Mustang to a Capri or vice versa, you can do that easily. They all bolt onto each other, but you just got to make sure you swap the hoods around too, because an 83 or 84 Mustang hood might work on those, but I'm not sure. So yeah, and then the RS scoop is actually, I think it's the coolest scoop they ever made. It kind of just adds on to that, and actually, in previous videos, I think I've showcased that. If you look at my other Capri video, or when I had the other Capri, was in '86, you'll see that. And now this is not my car; it's my friend's car. Like I said, in a previous video, I drove it back from Calgary for him, and yeah, we had some fun adventure. Too bad I didn't record that whole thing. That's okay. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please like the video, comment anything you want to see down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as well, if you want to contact me, you can at Katarina's.garage on Instagram, or Katarina's Garage on Facebook, as well. Follow me on TikTok at Katarina's.garage as well. Anyways, hope we're staying safe during COVID-19. Good luck with what we're working on, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!